Patrick, what goes through your mind at the start of training camp now, year 3 for you?
Basically, it was at the start of every camp, just high hopes of everything, and then day one hits and your legs gone. So, I mean, obviously it's just a preparation and just taking care of my body that's in my mind right now, just going into my year 3, and I just want to, do better than I did last year with the preparation.
The idea of having all the practices in the afternoon, the ramp up towards that, I mean, Southern guy, he probably doesn't. So do you like that idea?
Yeah, I do. Basically, for one, it gets you in shape better. So when games are hotter, you're moving more. That's a plus for that. And then it's just the way the day is set up now. It's so much easier just to be able to get in, get all your work done. Now you got time to recover. So I love the schedule now.
What's kind of like the general vibe when everybody's getting back together, seeing each other, like knowing what's ahead, knowing this is just the first day? Like, what's that feel like?
Yeah, we was actually talking about that in the locker room, me and Snoop, and we was all laughing and stuff, and then we like, it's all good vibes. Everybody smiling right now until them day 2 legs hit, and then everybody in here mad at each other and telling everybody to get back. So.
How tough is it reporting training camp without Jaylon Ferguson being here?
Yeah, it's tough. That was my guy. Grew 25 minutes away from me, so definitely miss him. Definitely his hard, but I mean, we're just gonna go out there and do it for him this year. Just still send prayers to him and his family, and just keep them in your prayers, really.
Elias had mentioned there was a post-minicamp call about Jaylon. I guess, did you say anything on that call? And if you did, if you feel comfortable, kind of what did you share?
On the call, I didn't say anything, honestly, because I was still processing it at the time, and it was like so random. My coach called me at like 7 o'clock just to let me know, and I was just sitting there like shocked and just broke out crying, really. And then still couldn't grasp it. It took me probably a good 2-3 days just to calm down and just be able to accept it, but it's still tough.
Now, I guess just a few weeks after the fact, how do you cope with something with it, or grieve, I guess maybe a better word?
You just got to remember the good things about everything. You can always, they could bring up the negative things and all that stuff, but you always got to just remember the good things. Yeah, it still hurts. You're still going to live with it, but I think just remembering the good things just get you through it.
Patrick, you played on some great teams in college. Your first year here, you're a playoff team. What's it like to have gone into the offseason without playing in the playoffs, and what's that do for you going into this year?
It makes you hungry. I don't like having a bad taste in my mouth, and I know the last game of the season it didn't end how we wanted to, and we didn't make the playoffs. So the only thing on our minds right now is just getting ready for these preseason games, to go in there, just get off on the right foot, and just be better than what we were last year.
Patrick, this was your first offseason with a new defensive staff, I guess, for the guys that you're working with. How did you feel like that was a springboard for what you want to get done this training camp this season?
Yeah, I love it. We got Mike at DC. He was my coach my rookie year. Then you got Zio in the room with us now. So we got 2 football guys, 2 guys that love football, who bring energy every single day, who loves to communicate with us and get feedback from us. So now we're able to talk to our coach and tell them what we think. And it's just, everything's working together. Like I said, Zio all-pro. So he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. So it's everything I need.
Patrick, John, it's basically understood that they're going to have a lot of DBs on the field, and those guys are mix and match. Marcus here, as Hamilton's here. If something happens where you were asked to wear the green dot because you're on the field every down, how would you embrace that challenge? Is it something you've worked a lot with in practice? Something you think you'd like to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's just normal. It's football at the end of the day. It's just getting a call and communicating to everybody else. You do got to know the situations and stuff, just in case your coach can't get you the call. You got to know every situation. But for the most part, it's easy. It's just like college, just get the call and relay it to everybody.
So is it something you've been doing the last couple of years in practice? You've worn it?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
With Lamar, with everything that he has accomplished, are you surprised with the level of criticism that he still gets?
One thing I know is when you're doing stuff and it's different than what everybody else does and you're great at it, people don't like that. So Lamar going to keep being Lamar, and, wherever that gets him, which I know is going to be high places, great places, hats off to him. But haters going to be haters, man. That's all it is.
Patrick, you obviously hold yourself to high regard in terms of what you want to accomplish. I mean, you mentioned Ray Lewis when you were drafted in the first round. How do you feel you've progressed? Are you satisfied with how far you've come, and where do you need to continue?
I feel like I progressed a lot. I just feel like it's like that level is just gonna keep rising every year, and it's gonna get better and better. And like I said, this is just year 3, so now it's time to put it all together. It's time to display it week 1 and throughout the whole season consistently.
I know you want to be on the field for all 3 downs, all 4 downs if necessary. I guess how does your maturity, along with what Coach Mike has brought to the table in terms of how he wants to teach this defense to you guys, I guess made you more comfortable with the idea of you being that guy on 3rd and 8 or whatever, than sometimes it might have been Chris Ward last year.
I think it's just an understanding thing now, just understanding how everything goes together. Just like I said, playbook-wise, conditioning-wise, everything that I was working on, I feel like I got down pat now. So it's just a point of me going out there, improving it, and doing it over and over on a consistent basis this time.
Patrick, you mentioned the familiarity with the coaches, but now a full offseason, a full training camp with Josh Bynes, who you were complimentary of last year and how he helped you. What does that mean for you as far as having him back in classroom and on the field?
I got somebody that I know I could trust. I got somebody that I know I could talk to, and I got somebody that's going to talk to me. And just always having an older guy on the field is somebody that's going to help you because they've seen a lot of things. And it's always something that could you could do better, and they see that because they've been there for so long. They know how to master those things. So just being able to get that feedback from him helps me a lot.
All right, thanks, BQ.
Thank you.